Hi, I'm Geneva Long, CEO of Bowlus, and I'm just so excited because we got a brand new Bowlus Rivet with our upgraded color scheme in. And so I'm here to just give you a quick walkthrough of all the features of this beautiful rivet with a coastal drift upgraded color scheme. Let's get started. So I usually start on the outside and work my way in, but today I want to do the inside first because I'm just dying to show this off. So this is our upgraded coastal drift color palette. You've got that whisper flooring, that beautiful sand colored performance fabric seating, and the oyster curtains. The Rivet and the Endless Highways are also available in Onyx, but this is our brand new upgraded color theme. This Rivet has a few other options. It has our off-grid power package 1 that comes with 400 watts of AeroSolar, 8 kilowatt hours of battery. It has the Adventure package, so that's a 3-inch lift and all-terrain tires, and it also has the smart TV. So let's get started in the kitchen. So first we have a really beautiful kitchen here, and I have it all propped just to show how big it is. So we've got that fantastic sink with faucet. Faucet does extend outdoors if you want to rinse anything off. Tons of storage. So we've got a microwave, and then below it we have these fantastic large drawers, and I'm just going to put my hand here to show you just how big they are. So really big drawers, you've got 2 of those. You also have more storage here. And then you've got your fridge with freezer on the other side. Lots of outlets, and all of the outlets in the Bowlus are always live off-grid because you've got that huge battery. You also have a 3,000 watt inverter, so you can run everything like your Nespresso machine, your blender, any other kitchen appliances that you just can't live without. Those can run off of the Bowlus's power when you're off-grid camping. Really unique feature. Now we have a few things just showing off how this induction cooktop can serve as even more counter space when you're not cooking. But when you are cooking, it does have a 2 burner. I gave you already the fridge with freezer down below, but I'll just pop that open so you can have a look as well. And then I'll swing around and show you these 2 additional cabinets on either side of the kitchen. So you've got 3 cupboards on this side and 2 on the other side. So lots of storage. And one of the things you'll notice about the Bowlus Rivet and Bowluses in general is that all of our storage is down low, and that's on purpose. A lot of other RVs have their storage up above, and that leads to really poor handling. All of the Bowlus's storage is down below. That means you have a very low center of gravity, which is key for great handling in an RV. Then as we walk to the living room, you have this sofa on one side and the dinette on the other. Now both of these do convert into twin beds, so this Bowlus does sleep 4. That storage I mentioned is down below, so you have 5 really large drawers down below. And again, let me open one of them and just show you how big they are again. And then you've got the dinette. Under the dinette, you have a 120 volt outlet, you have USB, USB charging, and then you also have all of your breakers down there, as well as 12 volt fuses. This table does remove when you convert those beds. We've got beautiful windows on either side here, and we're in our showroom today, and you already can just appreciate how bright and light this Bowlus has. So lots of privacy when you need that, and also the ability to open up those curtains, and they just roll up really simply. All of these windows open, fantastic brass screens, really great. We then also have venting, so any of the circular vents that look like that throughout are going to be your air conditioning vents. 1 in the living room, 1 in the bathroom, and 1 in the bedroom. Really fantastic AC. Your AC does work off-grid as well, so you're able to run that up to 16 hours in this Bowlus Rivet. You've got the smart TV option like we were talking about, and you've got really great venting while we're talking about air ventilation and flow. You've got 4 vents on the roof. They all open like this, so you just twist and press forward, and then because of the way the Bowlus is shaped, that hot air can just really go out very easily. And then you also have the cross ventilation on either side. All of the lighting as well is dimmable on the ceiling, so on, off, and then there we go, dimming, and I'll put it back up now. There we go. And that's your living room. So really beautiful birch wood. Please jump over to our factory video to learn more about how a Bowlus is made. Our wood is sealed on all 6 sides. We use real wood. We do not use laminate. This is incredibly important for how an RV is built, but please go explore our video where you can learn even more. So now I'm going to jump into the bathroom, and the Bowlus bathroom is really unique because it's not taking up floor plan when you're not using it, and when you are using it, it's huge. And it also means that you can have a separate bedroom. So I've just closed that door so that I've separated the bedroom from the living room. So you can have kids out here, you can have friends out here, and you can still have that separate bedroom. Or maybe one of you gets up early or stays up later, is working from this dinette. It just gives you a lot of flexibility. So I'm gonna go into the bathroom now. I'm gonna walk in, and then I'm gonna close this shower door behind me into the aisle. So now I'm in the bathroom, and I'll just jump in here. So you've got the toilet, emergency exit, some storage down below here, and that was where your Starlink router would go into. All Bowluses are Starlink ready. The router would go in here, and then the dish would go out through the outdoor storage hatch to be set up outside. You have the medicine cabinet storage behind here, vanity light here, lots of storage there. Got the water pump switch over here, and then you've got all your other switches over here too. So heating and hot water. This is your inverter and charger, main power switch. This lets you see how all of your power is looking, how it's flowing in, time to shut off, etc. And then you also have your air conditioning panel right here. And then as I swing around, you've got the shower. And this is going to be a sit-down shower for most people, but really beautiful and lots of room. And I'll sit down in that shower so you can just see how big it is. Beautiful Italian shower head here. And then I'm sitting here at the shower. You can see there's lots of room at my feet. So if you're a little bit taller than me or a lot taller than me, no problem. And then the Bowlus Rivet does not have separate closets, but we do have this hanging rod. So when the shower is not in use, this is a great place to do any of that hanging stuff. But in terms of clothes storage, you're going to have all of that in the drawers down below, and it is quite ample. So now I'm going to just jump out of the bathroom and go into the bedroom. And this Bowlus has a king configuration. It's got those wood blinds in the rear. We've set up the curtains here too. These windows with curtains do slide open. They have brass screens on them as well. These ones at the rear are fixed. And behind the pillows that I've set up that look beautiful, there is a heater booster fan as well as USB-C charging. So that's all there. That king bed, 6'7" in length, 80 inches wide, so a true king, not a RV queen, which is really more like a full. So always be sure to check out those bed measurements when you're considering your RV. And then you've got even more storage down below here. And a really beautiful bedroom. The bedroom in the Bowlus is one of my favorites because it just has that beautiful cocoon-like feeling. Perfect for sleeping or just relaxing. All right, well now I'm gonna spin around and we'll head outside to go through the outside components of this Bowlus Rivet. So now I'll just give a quick walkthrough tour of the outside of the Bowlus. We already went over dry weight, 2,800 pounds, GVWR, 3,500 pounds. The hitch weight is 200 to 400 pounds. You won't notice any weight equalization. None of that is needed. The Bowlus is perfectly balanced. So all you need is a 2-inch ball, place for safety chains. You will need a brake controller. Either you can have that hardwired in your tow vehicle, or you can use something like the Curt Echo, which uses Bluetooth signal to modulate your braking power. So that's an option. We'll link our Amazon store here so you can see that Curt Echo brake controller. The jockey wheel here has a scale on it, and that's how you can determine what your tongue weight is. In terms of appliances, we've talked a little bit about the appliances inside the Bowlus, but we haven't addressed heating. So the Bowlus uses a hydronic heating system which pumps hot glycol or antifreeze throughout the interior of the Bowlus. This is the best system for an RV, and that's because it means you can go cold weather camping in a Bowlus. And most RVs, you couldn't even think of going cold weather camping, certainly not in freezing temperatures, but the Bowlus is built for that. So that's when you're gonna use this propane tank, is when you're cold weather camping. Really big temperature differentials in which you wanna keep the inside of the Bowlus warm, but it's obviously very cold outside. And so that heating, because all of those water lines are inside, because your freshwater tank is inside, you can still be cold weather camping very, very comfortably in a Bowlus. Other features to point out, you've got really great ground clearance here, and every Bowlus has great ground clearance, and then that 3-inch lift just makes it even better. You've got aluminum. We use 2024 aluminum. This is not aluminum that's used on any other RV. This is only aircraft and aerospace. We use aircraft grade rivets. All of them are aircraft grade spacing. This is how we build. It's very important. Go check out our factory video. The aluminum wraps all the way around. Why do you want this? You want to make sure vermin can't get in. You want to make sure everything's sealed. This is how you build a high quality RV. And then as I go back, you've got awning rail up here. The awning rail can go, or the awning can go on either side. So it's set up here to go in that rail and on the same on the other side. Drip rail right down below. Windows, we saw these inside, but this is the outside. Both of these slide, beautiful brass screens. We've got outdoor storage hatch here. It's got the awning inside, it's got chocks, it's got the electrical, the shore power cable, so all of that's inside. Adventure package here, 3-inch lift, all terrains, really great for off pavement, dirt roads, gravel roads, that type of thing. As we move back, you've got the cassette toilet. I have a whole video on this cassette toilet where I show you just how to dump it and all of the tips and tricks you have to make this really easy. But here's what's important to know. This is the best system for off-grid camping. This is the one you need in your RV. Do not make the mistake of getting a black water tank and dealing with the host of really gross issues that can come from that. Down below, we've got stabilization jacks. I have whole videos where I show you how these can go up and down with the hand crank as well as the drill. So I will link over to that here. And then we've already kind of gone over that Bowlus is all aluminum, but we've got that 2024 T3 aluminum, the rivets, the spacing. We build to aircraft grade standards, not to RV standards. No other RV uses 2024 T3 aluminum. This is the highest quality RV, something that you don't need to be worried about hail. It is very strong, it is very lightweight, and it is what planes are built out of, not RVs. So a very different quality. Now as we go back, we've got those tail lights, we got fresh water input here to the fresh water tank. This is where your license plate would go with those 4 screws, license plate light. City water connection here. As we go back, you've also got shore power. You can use 30 amp in the Bowlus, but everything can run on 15 amp. And 15 amp is just a regular household outlet. So you can still run your air conditioning on a regular household outlet. You can run your heating on the first level on a regular household outlet. That's gonna give you a lot of flexibility that you couldn't get from a normal RV. You also have more solar inputs right here next to that shore power. So if the 400 watts on the roof, which you already have up here, and I'm not sure, let me see if that's a good one, or I'll add another shot of them here. So you have 400 watts on the roof, and that's an off-grid power pack 1. But if you needed more solar, you could also do the suitcase style solar panels, and those would input right there. I also mentioned we have the stabilization jacks, all terrains, and then our awning rail on this other side. All 3 of the windows, 1, 2, and 3, those all open with the brass screens, and then this one on the back is fixed. So lots of windows, lots of bright light, but also that compromise of being able to have privacy. So you need both of those things, and you need to really pick an RV that's thought about those design choices. Now as we move forward, we've got our front door. Now the Bowlus front door is super unique. We use commercial grade locks on here, so you won't find any kind of flimsy RV lock. Real deadbolts, real locks, beautiful front door, and also makes it really easy to load. So when you're loading gear, whether that be paddle boards, whether that be a kayak, whether that be anything long, that all can go easily through the front door. And then we're back here to this beautiful color palette. Thank you so much for joining our walkthrough of this Bowlus Rivet with the Coastal Drift color palette. If you have any other questions for our sales team, the information is down below in the description. Please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.